Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and peace be upon all of you guys. Been looking forward for some time for the fragrance which I will present to you today since I'm a big fan of the Eros lineup from Versace, and since this is supposed to be a clone inspired by version by Eros Najim. I was really curious to see how close it is and how it smells since I've actually tested the original several times and was actually quite impressed by it. Earlier today, I went to a Sephora and actually sprayed it a couple of times on my arm, so I'll be able to compare it and see how close it is, how good it is as a standalone fragrance. Now, I've received this fragrance on the 24th of this month as of the recording of this video, and the price for it was the equivalent of $15.89. In this case, without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox it, and we'll take a look at the presentation, and most importantly, to see how good it is as a standalone fragrance, like I mentioned earlier. So let's go right ahead. Okay, guys, as you can see here, I have the Qaed Al-Fursan Untamed from Latafa. Sort of a brown box. Okay, let me go right ahead and open it up for you guys. Okay, that went through pretty easy. Okay, as you can see, we have the horse here. Now, Qaed Al-Fursan means basically the leader or the commander of the knights. Okay, we have Untamed here, up. Latafa, Eau de Parfum, 90 milliliters concentration. We have this interesting design here on the sides, both of them. Okay, we have the sticker of authenticity, ingredients. We have the Latafa logo here. We have the barcode and the QR code here. It was made in the UAE, and as you can see, mine was produced in March this year. This fragrance being launched earlier this year. Okay, let me go ahead and take a look at the model itself. A pretty sturdy cardboard box. Which is nice. Okay, we have here the bottle snuggled in. Okay, it does look pretty interesting here with kind of a brown, dark brown cap, and the bottle is somewhat see-through. Okay, we have this interesting design on the front, nothing on the sides, and here on the bottom. Okay, on the parfum. In a way, the cap itself makes you think about the original, the Eros Najim. We also have the Latafa logo here on the cap, and as you can see, it comes with a magnetic cap, golden accents on the collar and the atomizer. The cap itself is pretty solid plastic, nothing to complain about. The magnet doesn't seem to be that strong, so I wouldn't recommend you picking it up from the cap. Okay, in this case, the moment of truth. Let's test it out. I'll try it here on my end because whenever I go to a fragrance store, I try out multiple scents to compare, to see their longevity, and so on. Let's see. Okay, it distributes the juice quite well. Pretty satisfying to see whenever there's a magnetic cap. Okay. Oh, okay. I was hit actually by the smell of it already. Let's see. Yes, I can see that it does resemble Versace's Eros Najim, even from the beginning. Okay, pretty nice. So kind of a sweet, spicy, aromatic. Okay, let's take a quick look at the notes. So as per the official note breakdown from Latafa's own website, we have top notes of nutmeg, cardamom, mandarin, cinnamon, middle notes of lavender, geranium, cypress, clary sage, and caramel. And base notes, we have cedarwood, olibanum, vetiver, labdanum, and amber. And we do get some freshness from the start, most likely coming from the mandarin. The spices, either from nutmeg or cardamom. It's probably a mix of both. I cannot say for certain, since as you know, usually Arabic notes or inspired pies need a time to mature, so I won't be so hasty as to say what the notes are exactly from the start. I'll need to wait a bit on it to see if things will evolve over time. I might get the caramel somewhat, since like I said earlier, there is some sweetness here, and I might get some kind of touch of lavender. And for some reason, I'm getting this kind of scent that goes on top of my throat, something like that, as if there was some mint there or something like that. However, that doesn't appear in the note breakdown. It doesn't appear on the note breakdown in either Fragrantica or the official website. Most likely it's coming from the clear sage. Now, also real quick, the notes for the original Eros Najim are as follows. We have yellow mandarin, we have saffron, cardamom, clary sage, oud, cedar oud, caramel, patchouli, vetiver, incense, and tonka bean. Since I mentioned earlier, I sprayed the original here on my left arm. Okay, I'm not sure I'm getting any incense, as the note breakdown says. But there is sweetness, there is amber, and I think I might get some amber in Qaed Al-Fursan as also. Okay, now my initial impressions so far are pretty positive. We do get quite a nice bottle here that tries to make you recall the original, the Najim one. Since if you saw the OG of Qaed Al-Fursan, the one that has pineapple and smells somewhat close to Baccarat Rouge too. That one has an all black bottle. This one is see-through. And does have quite a nice opening, fresh, a little bit sweet, and clearly a designer. None of the notes are overpowering or anything like that. Even though, as you might know, the original, the Eros Najim, was, at least for a time, an exclusive for the Arab world. It isn't heavy in spices or amber or anything like that. It's actually quite well balanced and actually mass appealing, I must say. And so is this one. And this one does have kind of a more airy opening compared to the original. And as other people said, the opening for Eros Najim wasn't that impressive. This one, with the airiness, is somewhat more impressive. Now, I do have to wait for the base notes to see how it compares to the original, because that's where the Eros Najim actually shines, with a impressive amber smell with the spices and so on. In this case, initial impressions for the Qaed Al-Fursan are an 8.5. I just need to wait to see how it will mature in a couple weeks' time, and also see how the longevity is. Since, as per Fragrantica, what I saw there, people were complaining that it isn't that long lasting. However, my personal recommendation would be whenever you use Fragrantica or Troll Grantica, like other people like to see it, you need to take whatever you see there with maybe a truckload of salt. In this case, this was it. My first impressions of the Qaed Al-Fursan flanker. And hopefully I'll be able in the near future, a couple weeks time, to make a full review to see how the opening will mature over time, how the middle notes and especially the base notes will evolve, and not to forget the performance. In this case, guys, this was it. These were my first impressions of Qaed Al-Fursan. And I do want to thank you for checking out today's video, and I do wish you a wonderful day, guys. Goodbye.